I guess you're gonna start it when I begin, right? So I'll just say it on whenever you hear me say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! That means I'm gonna start. I should probably start my own splits, that would be beneficial. Alright, well, this is Mario Super Sluggers. It's a baseball game for the Nintendo Wii featuring Mario characters. In case you wanted to know. And you were unfamiliar with the game's mechanics before. How much you want to bet? Oh, he did start it on time. Sick. Alright, we're good. So I'm just going to point out real quick, this run is done on Wii U Virtual Console. Because recently we've done some testing, we've found out that it's wicked faster for, like, no reason. So right here we're just going to mash some text. And in all captains, it's a little bit different from any percent. We just have to get all 5 captains. So, we're going to leave. So basically, the goal here is to get all 5 captains. Mario, Peach, Yoshi, Wario, and Donkey Kong. As opposed to normal any percent where you would just get 9 players and then book it to Bowser, but with this category you get to show off more of the game, which I think is a little bit more fun. I mean, anyone with eyes could find out that the loading times are faster. So in order to get Peach, we have to complete this puzzle. We have some fast strats that I do. After a while, it's just muscle memory. You could pretty much do that in whatever fashion you want. I'm not even sure the way I do it is the fastest way. I've just done it so often that I think it's the way to go. Yeah, Luigi's not a captain. He doesn't count. He's just kind of there. He's just something you have to get in order to progress, because if you don't go in there, then you can't go to the rest of the game. Alright, so here we run into Dry Bones. We're gonna get a bunch of these missions or scout missions in order to get other players or just pass through things that are there. They're kind of just roadblocks to keep you from just bolting through everything. They're usually just some random missions like this, like where you have to hit the sweet spot. Just bang. There you go. All good. Dude, got the double whammy. Knocked both of those ice thingamajigs out. And now he's dead. Or at least gone for the time being. Talk to our boy Toadsworth. Go back. He tells us that we need something heavy to get him to stop standing over there, because we don't want Toadsworth to be preoccupied. So we're going to use this Daisy statue. But Hammer Bros in the way, so we can't do that. So we're going to have to hit the right field. It's a little more challenging with Mario. It's just a little bit more time consuming to switch characters when you're doing it, because for some reason Luigi takes longer to load into the game than Mario does. But if you hit it a little bit later, then it really doesn't matter. You see, that was just a little bit too early. The hitboxes are pretty big. Like that would be good. The dialogue in this game is pretty interesting as well. I know I'm kind of mashing through it, but if you just look at individual sentences, I think it's kind of interesting, to be honest. So we're gonna go back over to Toadsworth. Give him that Daisy statue, which will lower the water over here, and then we can go to Peach. Pick that out. Put the Daisy statue on there. We're golden. Of course, Bowser Jr. is getting in our way because he's just kind of always in the way in every stadium. Then he gets all pissy when you beat him. Just gonna head on over. Head on over to fight Bowser Jr. Normally, if you had enough players by now, they would make you play in a baseball game against them for 1 inning. Just beat them in terms of runs, but since we don't have enough players to actually play them, we just have to complete this mission. So to make it go a little bit faster, I have Toadette still third. And I'm going to use a fire swing. There's no point in making Toad steal home because Toadette's the one that needs to get in the fastest anyway. Daisy was introduced, I think, in Super Mario Land. Then she's just kind of been in the spin-offs ever since. Buttered broccoli, man. Honestly, same. Alright. So now we unlock Peach. And by the power of Bowser Jr. leaving, I guess, Daisy comes back to life. And we unlock Peach. One thing about the captains in this game is they each have a few unique abilities that they can do, which help unlock specific characters. We never unlock Daisy, by the way. She doesn't count. She just stays there forever. I'm sure you guys don't mind, right? I'm not gonna put a damper in anything. Alright. Just gonna kind of skip my splits to the end. See if that works. So the next captain we're gonna unlock is Yoshi. We have to help these two Shy Guys out because Piranha Plants have taken over their Ferris wheel. I was gonna call it a carousel because I'm stupid, but here you just have to throw baseballs at their faces. It's honestly an optimal way of killing Piranha Plants. Alright. These operate on 3 cycles. The Piranha Plants gradually get better at dodging. Ah, shoot. That stinks. Third cycle, there's like, I think maybe 10, 11 of these that you have to shoot. You reload by shaking the Wii Remote. So you kind of have to alternate between reloading and shooting, because if you run out and there's like 4 of them on your screen, it's no good. So we unlock the Shy Guys. Alright, so we go over here. There's actually a glitch that we found where if you go over here, I'm actually going to try something, see if it works. I forgot to do something. Is it going to let me? Ooh, rip. There's actually a strat you can do there that I kind of didn't think to do it at the time. If you take out your Wii, if you take out your nunchuck, you actually get a faster mission here. Instead of don't drop the ball, you have to throw different pitches. It's a little bit faster, depending on how Magic Koopa hits the ball. You just kind of stand back here. It looks like he's going to hit a home run, but you just stand there and you're good. So you just have to catch it one more time and we'll be all good. Dude, that's a really big accomplishment. Everybody streams Mario Super Sluggers. Like, everybody. Like, even your mom streams Mario Super Sluggers. Alright, so we unlocked Yoshi. Next place we're gonna go is to DK. There's no specific order you have to technically get these captains in. It's better for you to do Wario last, though, because Wario, you have to have Donkey Kong to get Wario. because he's blocked by some crates that only Donkey Kong can break. Other than that, it doesn't really matter what order you go in. Because Mario, you need Mario to get Yoshi, but you have him at the beginning of the game, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna put my phone on the ground because it's buzzing and stuff. I don't like it. Alright, so Donkey Kong is really sad because he doesn't know what to do about them stealing Dixie Kong. So sad, in fact, that he completely forgot to look at the crate. The conveniently placed crate that has a cannon behind him. I don't know if they just dropped that in while he was throwing a hissy fit, but, you know. Pretty big tunnel vision to miss that. Alright. I prefer to field without using a nunchuck. It's just a lot easier for me. And especially during this mission, sometimes the AI just doesn't cooperate with you, and you go in completely different places and you lose the mission, and it's really, really embarrassing. There's a few set places that Drybones can hit the ball, and the one he's done the past few times is the fastest because he hits the ball the fastest in this pattern. He can hit it over here, but still hit it slow. We've just gotten kind of lucky. I'm pretty sure this is the worst pattern because it's slow and it's all the way in this corner over here. Yeah, dude, it's better without nunchuck. Shoutouts to Geeks01. You see, in order to maximize the amount of players in this game, they gave everyone like 3 skins. So there are like 5 Toads, 6 Shy Guys, 3 different types of Hammer Bro. Oh boy, we're good. It's just conveniently hiding behind that sign. I had a moment of complete... I drew a complete blank. It's like, oh, where's that thing again? Oh, I remember. Dude, someone's very insistent that you restart your stream. Okay, so now we just have to get Donkey Kong out, which seems like a simple task. To be fair, it is. In these missions, it's actually kind of funny. You throw pitches a little bit faster than you normally do. It's interesting. So here, see, like, you normally don't throw that fast. I've had Donkey Kong hit home runs off of me here. It's very embarrassing. Honestly, Tesla, I'm not really sure. I never played it enough with friends to notice the disjoint. I still played with friends, I just didn't ever think about there being the disjoint. Alright, so we unlocked Donkey Kong. Now we're gonna head over to Wario City. Finish some tasks. One of the things you can do in here is actually paint one of the billboards, but that's only in all characters. That would be when it'd probably be my donation incentive. You can just draw whatever you want on there. You can use the one that you previously had as your banner, though, and that's normally what we do because it's faster. Alright, so in order for us to light the fog, we have to paint neon signs. I know what you're thinking. That's not how neon signs work, and you would be right. That isn't how neon signs work. I like to call myself the Bob Ross of painting neon signs, because you know what? You could draw like this, you just look at that, all good. See? They do not expect much hand-eye coordination or precision when you're drawing that kind of stuff. There's actually a magnet puzzle coming up that is really, really, really annoying. and the motion controls on it are disgusting. The way this game uses motion controls is actually good, but in some of the mini-games it's just terrible. Alright, so we go up here. Koopa tells us that we have to light the lighthouse in order to clear more fog, because the neon lights decided not to do the trick. So now we gotta hit the sweet spot again, but instead of 1 time, gotta do it 3 times. Yellow Magic Koopa is a better pitcher, though. He's one of the best in the game. And his curveballs are, like, disgusting. So we'll be lucky here if we just get fastballs. That would be fantastic. If we get any more. There's actually one pitch where it's impossible to hit the ball. If he throws a curveball away... If he moves to the right and then throws a curveball away, you can't hit the ball and you just lose like 5 seconds. Because you can't hit it. It's impossible. Alright. So even though he had Paratroopa locked up there, he didn't think to turn on the lighthouse. Alright, so we get Paratroopa. Now that we can see, we're able to go and get Wario. So I switch captains to Donkey Kong. The 2 special abilities you need here. Donkey Kong is the only one that can climb vines, and he's the only one that can break crates. So we unlock the last captain, who's Wario, and we're gonna go to face Bowser Jr. This is the real core of the game coming up. This story mode. It's just deploy to get all the captains. So we switch back to Mario. Because what we're going to do here is we're actually going to skip this cutscene. Because if you run into here, you're forced to do the magnet minigame that I was talking about earlier. And that wastes like 3 minutes. So you actually can miss the trigger over there and then just pass it. Now we're going to go over... Head over to Bowser Jr. I love when I click no by accident. It's my favorite. So we're gonna switch out Toadsworth and Toadette. So they're just better overall. I'm gonna have Donkey Kong, Mario, and Luigi in the front. Because what we're gonna do here is we're gonna score 1 run as fast as possible, and then finish the game as fast as possible. Because Bowser Jr.'s team, they don't exactly score that often, so if we score a run as fast as possible, we'll just be able to win the game like that. You're generally fishing for a home run there, but it doesn't necessarily matter if you get it. I was gonna hit him with the shell, but I kind of missed there. Kind of sad. That's alright. Get the hit. I'm not gonna get any of them out right now. I'm gonna go for a triple play. I'm gonna have them both steal. Then bunt. Yeah, there we go. A little bit antsy. Most of the time the bunt pops up in the air and they just catch it, and then you can get the triple play that way. I didn't get my bunt to pop up, unfortunately. So the idea here, you throw a curveball in, and then it curves out. Generally, they'll swing at it. The AI in this game isn't too smart. See? I threw the same pitch 2 times. Swung at it anyway. It's alright. One of the things that I benefit from switching controllers is actually by switching the controllers, it actually skips the starting animation. And what you'll see me do is I'll pause and then unpause really quickly whenever a character comes up to bat, and that's because it cancels the animation that they do when they come up to bat, which is around like 2 to 3 seconds. So by canceling that, it saves a decent amount of time each time. Because you don't have to wait for the animation to be done and then for them to start, it just starts up. Sometimes the game just freezes and you can't throw the ball. It's a good time. We'll get that out. Head into the third inning. Best case scenario, you get back to the start of the lineup again. So I'll start. My last batter will be the character that led off. So the minimum amount of batters to score 1 run would be 10, because I got everyone else out. Magic Koopa's curveballs are the worst. The worst pitcher in this game, in my opinion, is Toadsworth, because he's a god. He's a wizard. Shoutouts to Drac. I'm surprised I caught that. Usually they count that as a ground ball and you have to throw the first anyway. And we get the pop-up, and that's the game. This game is 3 innings, and the Bowser one is 5. So we're going to go for a strat coming up called Bowser Mercy. And it's exactly how it sounds. We're going to put the Mercy rule on Bowser. The fastest way to do this is to score 10 runs in 1 inning, which was done in world record, and is generally the fastest way you can do it. I'm going to be going for Mercy. Even if I miss it first inning, I'll still go for it for second inning. 2-inning Mercy is still faster than not doing it at all, so... Here's to hoping this goes well. It's just AI can either be great or terrible in this game. I'm going to move around the lineup a bit so that we have chemistry, so that we can use the most amount of items. This is the maximum amount, unfortunately. There's only so much you can do with the people you have, because if we were to get more people that have chemistry, that wastes time. And you can still do Mercy with the things we have at the moment, so it's not really even worth it. Sometimes items don't coincide. Generally, I try and mix up how I swing, because the charge swing, even if I had gotten an item that would be beneficial, sometimes it just doesn't help me. Wario's up next. Oh boy, I'm dumb. I pressed both A and B at the same time, because I'm an idiot, but that's okay. I am flubbing all my tech. Alright. Luckily we got a fair ball there. Next up is Donkey Kong. Okay. So we have 3 runs. We have 2 outs though, so it's not looking that great. The only reason I'm going for normal swings instead of charge swings is a lot of times they can lead to more outs. And we don't want those, obviously, so... If there's one thing you can ever gather from playing this game a lot, Magikoopa's arm sucks. It's really bad. So if you go for home, you're probably gonna make it. Went for the shell. Unfortunately, the runner was kind of in my way. So if I threw it at him, it'd probably hit the runner too, and we don't want that. So I tried to throw it a little bit to the side and I missed. So we're gonna end up going for 2-inning Mercy. So it's a little unfortunate, but it's still pretty fast. Alright, come on, Bowser. Lay it on me. We're good. The only, worry we really have here Bowser is extremely unpredictable in terms of what he can do. He could just hit home runs on you if you try. I kind of bunt canceled that because I was worried about doing the charge swing. Luckily, I did too. You see how Magikoopa went for that? He was going for a buddy toss. I'm gonna go for the inside the park home run here. And I wait to press B, and we get the inside the park home run. We're good. I was just about to round third when I did that, so... Hitting foul balls is generally what I don't want to do too. Charge swings are good most of the time, but I like to be more safe with the normal swings. Alright. Shy Guy and Toad are some of our weakest batters. You can just straight up wait for them. Because obviously I'm a little bit nervous because I'm doing the run in a marathon, blah blah blah. So if I press the wrong button, as I did earlier, you guys know it's no bueno. But the reaction time of the opponent isn't that great either, so you just kind of wait. On these special pitches, I don't even try and hit them. Because it's just better to let them waste their star swings than have you go for it and miss. If you're wondering why you hear me like mashing A, it's because that's what gets you to move around the bases faster, as well as shaking the Wiimote. That King Bob-omb, I heard somebody talk about that. He just kind of patrols around. Also, we got 10 runs, so I am going to be bunting right now, because that's the fastest way to get out in this game. And since I stole, throw back there, get the double play. But King Bob-omb just kind of patrols around. He drops bombs. Sometimes he can help you, but sometimes he doesn't. I've had him block my items and the balls that I've hit sometimes. So it's just a double-edged sword. It helps you, but sometimes it's just a pain in the butt, you know? That's Bowser's special swing. All captains, since Bowser's technically a captain too, their star swings require 2 of these little star things that you get. So it's better to let them just use it up so that they don't use it later. Alright, and that's the run. That's it. 28:47 is my time. Or at least that's what I got here. I'm gonna start it a little bit late. So that's the run. If I had gotten 1-inning Mercy, probably would have shaved around a minute and a half off of it. Generally, if you miss 1 inning of Mercy, it's around 45 seconds for you to get it. And then it's 45 seconds for you to beat the opposing team, and then around, I want to say maybe a minute and a half to score the rest of the runs. And that's it. All captains is actually my favorite category in this game, because it's not as long as all characters, but I didn't even talk about all characters. All characters is like 100% in this game, but 100% in this game is getting all the badges, and you'd have to replay the game like 10 times if you wanted that. It's honestly not worth it. But any percent is heavily based on Bowser Mercy, and you have a worse team than you do in all captains. Like, if you saw how I got 2-inning Mercy here, getting no runs in the first inning is not uncommon in any percent runs. Which is why I was very happy to hear that I could run this category instead of any percent. It's just more enjoyable for me. And that's the run. If you're interested in running this game, I would say run it once and then don't run it again. But if you're really interested in it, talk to me, I guess. There's around like 5 active runners in the community at the moment. It's around like 40 total runs. It's a good time. Honestly, one of my favorite runs to do. Alright, I skipped the credits. So you see how I got these star badges here? If we're talking true 100%, every character has to have a star badge, so you'd have to beat Bowser. I want to say there's around 71 characters in this game, so you'd have to beat Bowser 8 times. And